Mr. Speaker, may I move to recognize MP Kadil Sinolinding to deliver the authorship speech.
The Minister of Health and the gentleman from the Special Geographic Area is recognized.
Auzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Our Chief Minister, Ahud Balawag Ibrahim, Speaker Attorney Pangalihan Balindong, Deputy Speakers, Floor Leader, Deputy Floor Leaders, esteemed colleagues of the Parliament, everyone in the gallery, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I rise today to sponsor BTA Bill number 55 entitled An Act Creating the Bangsamoro Nutrition Council in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, providing for its mandate, powers, and functions, appropriating funds thereof, and for other purposes. Mr. Speaker and my fellow members of the Parliament, allow me to share with you the beginning of the office of the National Nutrition Council in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region. Before 2010, the ARMM then is faced with a significant gap in functional nutrition support and lacking a dedicated nutrition office or council. On March 2010, barely 2 months when I was appointed by then the acting regional governor, Honorable Ansaruddin Huki Adyong, as the Secretary of Health of DOH ARMM, the National Nutrition Council entered into a memorandum of agreement in March 13, 2010, held at Lumbatan Municipality in the province of Lanao del Sur, witnessed by no less than the President of the Philippines, President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo, and the Provincial Governor of Lanao del Sur, Honorable Mamintal Bumbit Adyong, on cooperation between the DOH ARMM and the government entity. The nutritional status of the Philippines, as you can see in the slide, showed how dismal our performance in terms of our ASEAN counterpart in the global stunting of children, as well as in the global burden of wasting. The nutritional status of ARMM, next slide please, fared considerably worse than the world counterpart, wherein you can see in the picture the stunting rate that rose from 43.5 in 2011 and decreased slightly in 2013 and peaked again in 2015 with an alarming 45.2% of our children less than 10 years old. That means 5 out of 10 of our children are stunted. For the information of everyone, stunting ay tinatawag natin na putot or bansot. Many will disagree. Sabi nga nila, marami sa atin, small but credible. But the bansot term here or stunting has a significant effect in the mental capacity as well as the intellectual performance of our children. And in 2015, according to the National Nutrition Survey conducted by the DOST FNRI, ARMM then was the region with a triple burden of malnutrition, the highest level of childhood stunting in the whole country at 45.2%, while Central Luzon was found to be the region with the lowest level of stunting with 23.1%. Ang ating wasting was 8.2, and anemia among pregnant women is at 25.4. This is really alarming. The childhood stunting prevalence in BARM appears to have increased, as you can see in the graph, between 2013 and 2015. And according to the World Health Organization, stunting rate greater than 40% of the target population, as in the case of ARMM, the severity is considered very high. It means the stunting case is alarming with the greatest impact on our children. And this also includes wasting and micronutrient deficiencies. Next slide. I would like to emphasize that nutrition is often taken for granted by leaders and parents, considering its silent and protracted course of effect to our children and the susceptible population. Stunting has intergenerational consequences, not only deficiency in height, but the inherent mental capacity, cognitive function, and academic performance. All has something to do with the intellectual processing that is needed to compete with the daily grind globally or locally. As you can see in the picture, it showed last year, Philippines ranks at the bottom of new PISA test on creative thinking, while the World Health Organization published in 2022 the learning poverty rates in terms of percentage, wherein in Asia, Philippines was the lowest with the highest learning poverty rate. This is unacceptable. And with this, my dear fellow colleagues, the esteemed members of this parliament, BARM is not exempted. Stunted children are also susceptible to all forms of illness and diseases that multiply the detrimental effects. For the past 10 years, they done ARMM, and the third year of the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region, nutrition has slowly been included in the priority bucket list of some responsive local government units after President Aquino and President Duterte emphasized its importance, realizing its irreversible impact to children and pregnant mothers. But the challenge, however, is far greater than what we can see, and its effects more visible than we think about. According to 2021 Expanded Nutrition Survey, alarming statistics reveal that 20.8% of school-age children are underweight, 19.7% are stunted, and 6.9% are wasted or underweight for their height, and 14% are overweight for their height. Kaya nga po, mga kagalang-galang na kasamahan ko dito, let us all remember that the dismal performance of our children in school may not be attributed to the lack of classroom or teachers, but it may be nutritional in nature as well. To make things worse, NNC BARM was abolished in 2023. There are many reasons, but those reasons still are questionable to many among us. So how do we contribute now to achieve the national development goals? With my continued commitment to combat malnutrition and hunger, and as a member of the Parliament, we have authored this BTA Bill number 55, entitled An Act Creating the Bangsamoro Nutrition Council in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao, providing for its mandate, powers, and functions, appropriating funds therefore, and for other purposes. Thank you, my fellow co-author and my fellow principal author. This creation seeks to enable the institution as the highest policy-making and coordinating regional body for nutrition to help and assist, create enabling laws, establish concrete LGU interventions, and monitor implementation of comprehensive nutrition-specific and sensitive programs, including projects and activities to achieve and contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals, Ambition 2040, the Philippine Development Plan 2023 and 2028, and the 8-point socioeconomic agenda of President Ferdinand Romualdez Marcos Jr., and the enhanced 12-point priority agenda of our government. Also, to conduct of research on the state of food security and nutrition in the Bangsamoro and reports its findings to the Bangsamoro government and the Parliament. And lastly, to conduct in consultation with key stakeholders, including academia, business, youth, women, religious leaders, and other relevant stakeholders. Mr. Speaker, the Bangsamoro government can respond to the challenge of ending malnutrition among our children, where our future depends. Many of our constituents remain unaware of the vital services available to them, such as those offered in barangays and other healthcare facilities. This lack of awareness persists due to the absence of a dedicated agency to help LGUs to establish concrete intervention and monitor and address the challenges effectively. The establishment of this council embodies our unwavering commitment to our people. As our esteemed Chief Minister Ahod Balawag Ibrahim passionately stated during the Nutrition Month celebration, we are united in our mission to end malnutrition now. Together, we will transform this promise into action. Absolutely, malnutrition is not merely an statistics nor an imagination. It is a pressing reality that we are all facing every day. It is a pressing crisis that demands our immediate attention and decisive action. We must recognize the profound impact of malnutrition on individuals and Bangsamoro communities and unite in our efforts to combat this challenge with unwavering commitment and compassion. To effectively address this urgent issue, we must enact, and I am appealing to all of you to enact legislation to establish the Bangsamoro Nutrition Council. This council, inshallah, shall be instrumental in ensuring that we can serve our communities with the dedication and resources they deserve. The time to act is now, and it is our responsibility to rise to this challenge for the well-being of our beloved children and beloved Bangsamoro. Mr. Speaker, before I conclude my speech, I would like to share a compelling statement from our President in 2023. And I quote, "Let me also take this opportunity to enjoin our lawmakers for their assistance in this endeavor by helping us develop and enshrine into law policies that will help eradicate malnutrition and uplift the standards of primary health care and nutrition in the Philippines." And to add to that, he stressed further, and I quote, "A strong Bangsamoro is a strong Mindanao and a strong republic," unquote. With this powerful call to action, I implore our esteemed members of the Parliament to lend their unwavering support to the adoption of this proposed bill. Together, we can make a transformative impact on the health and well-being of our constituents. Pagpalain Bangsamoro, wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah, wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuhu. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.